Hey family, I've been keeping something from you all. Most of you already know that I'm a pretty private person, and it took me some time to process the information, and I did share it with a couple of close family members, and I asked them not to discuss it with anyone. I wanted to keep it private because um, a lot of times people have a lot of questions, and I didn't really have much information myself. Therefore, I wasn't ready to deal with all of the questions that people had, and I really didn't feel like I needed anyone to um, be there during this initial phase or stage. But I went in for my annual mammogram, and I found out that um, basically in the end that I have stage 2 breast cancer, and I will be undergoing surgery. Um, I was actually diagnosed almost exactly 3 months after my father passed away. So it was kind of tough initially to deal with the information and to process it. And I had weeks of going for, I had 2 mammograms, a biopsy, a MRI, and a PET scan. I had to meet with the team, the surgeon, a plastic surgeon, an oncologist, and a radiation oncologist to figure out what our plan was going to be. It actually felt like I was sitting down buying a house. It was options like, do you want to do A? Do you want to do B? Do you want to do C? It's all overwhelming, and I elected to um, spend time doing this myself. I didn't really want any body to go to any of my appointments with me. It was still hard to process and to um, cope with the journey that I'm about to walk. Um, so basically, I elected to have a double mastectomy, so I will have both of my breasts removed. Um, and it's kind of frightening, working in the healthcare industry for so many years, um, you know, watching patients or seeing patients um, that has went through such care. Although I haven't worked with it really closely, you hear about it, or nevertheless, I'm going to have surgery, upcoming surgery, and I will be going through chemotherapy and radiation. So I will most likely lose all of my hair, and this is a pretty tedious, long process. Um, so I decided to share this with you guys because I wanted you guys to have the opportunity to, make sure that you got your mammogram, or that you're getting your annual mammogram. I was kind of busy for a little while because um, my dad um, had cancer, so um, I neglected to get my mammogram for a couple years. Although I don't know if it would have been noticed the previous year or not, but I also have it in my lymph nodes, which is underneath my arm. So I did notice some lymph node swelling, but I didn't want to like think that I had a problem or that it was an issue. But um, one of my sisters did come to me and say, "Hey, what are you going to do about your breast? Like, what are you going to do?" I'm like, "What do you mean? What am I going to do?" She's like, "I don't know." And so I went ahead and got my mammogram because she just kept bugging me about it. And I kind of felt like I knew something was wrong, but I really didn't feel a lump or anything on my breast. So I wasn't aware that I really had um, a lump. I I just didn't notice it. I did notice my lymph nodes, but I didn't realize how big it had gotten. Although it wasn't, I have left sided pain, but it's not necessarily from the breast cancer. So I will keep you guys posted on, how my surgery goes and the whole process. And I was just I would just suggest or ask that you give me the opportunity to come to you. Um, I have a really great support system. I don't need anything at this point that I could think of. Um, I just don't want to be um, rude or anything or mean or anything, but I just feel like I have to cope with this the best way that works for me. And I appreciate your support and your thoughts and your positive energy and your prayers and all of that. But I know I have such a large family, and I didn't want to just spread it through the grapevine. I wanted to bring the message to you myself, and I didn't want my mom or my family members to have to deal with 100 questions about what's going on or what happened or whatever. I feel like it's my story and I should present it. And if you have questions about it or anything, you can come to me. Um, but I don't want people to um, like bother people about something that's going on with me. Um, so I'll keep you posted and I'll let you know how this journey goes. And thank you for your support and peace out. Love you guys. Deuces.